Sri Guru Charana Kamala Bhajaman, Sri Guru Charana Kamala Bhajaman, Sri Guru Charana Kamala Bhajaman, Sri Guru Charana Kamala Bhajaman. Charan, I think everybody knows the meaning of charan. Do you know Mridangawala?
Feet.
Feet. Sri Guru Charan Kamala. Kamala means? Lotus. Sri Guru Charan Kamala Bhaja. Man means the heart. There's two. One is man, that means anger or pride. And man with a short a, that means the heart. Just worship the lotus feet of Guru with all your heart. Sri Guru Charana Kamala Bhajaman, 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 O Guru Charana Kamala Bhajaman, Guru Charana Guru Charana Kamala Guru Kripa Bina Nahi Koi Salan Mal Bhajaman Bhajanukyan Guru Kripa Bina Nahi Koi Salan Mal Bhajaman Bhajanukyan Sri Guru Charan Kamala Bhajaman Sri Guru Charan Kamala Bhajaman Sri Guru Charan Kamala Bhajaman Sri Guru Charan Kamala Bhajaman. Same place. So I got darshan of Vaishnava. Oh, very difficult. It's even more rare to get darshan of Vaishnava. Just like sometimes people ask me about when was the first time that I met Srila Prabhupada. So what happened was I joined in a place called Boulder, Colorado. Practically, it was how many, 1969 to now would be how long?
69, 70, 30, 47,
44.
44 years ago, almost to the day, on Janmashtami I joined. So then later, in January of 1970, they sent me to LA to get initiated. That time temple wasn't on Vatseka like it is now, it was on Venice Boulevard. And that old temple had no space for Prabhupada to stay inside, he was staying in a flat nearby. So Prabhupada only came in the morning for the Shringar Darshan, then he gave Bhagavatam class, then Kirtan, and then he went back to his house. So we arrived in just after the noon time, so we were going to see Prabhupada until next day. But it was Friday. So Friday nights in Los Angeles, we used to go down to Hollywood Boulevard. You all know. Maybe you saw the movie Bhavananda in Hollywood, right? So we used to go to this horrible place. And in America, if singing on the streets is your religion, then the police can't stop you. But if you block traffic on that one, they'll catch you. So there was one place in LA where the sidewalk was very wide in front of a restaurant called Diamond Jim's. So we could push people into that wide spot and leave the sidewalk open for traffic. So the police were happy, we were happy, only Diamond Jim's was unhappy. And we would be, Vishnu Jan, at that time he was brahmachari, he would be leading the kirtan. And he would have us dancing in a half circle. He said, just like the eye of Krishna. So we'd be in a half circle like this, with our backs to the street. And Vishnu Jan was looking down, he can see the street, he can see the sidewalk both. And we even had Hollywood melody. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we Hollywood rock. But Vishnujan would play furiously. We would go very fast. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. He said, we don't want to leave any gaps for Maya to come. So Vishnujan was chanting away Hollywood melody, and we were all dancing and chanting, and all of a sudden Vishnujan Swami's eyes became very big. And he went, Prabhupada. And he hit the street. Now we have our backs to the street, so we can't see anything that would make Vishnujan do like that. So we figured something must have happened behind us on the street. And we turned around, and there was Prabhupada in like a little Ford Pinto, medium-sized car, you know. That night, he decided that he wanted to see the devotees pushing on Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan mission in Hollywood Boulevard, this horrible place. So he told the devotees to take it there. And Prabhupada was in this car, and Prabhupada was making pranams to us. He was so happy to see us pushing on Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan movement. So this is my first vision of seeing Srila Prabhupada. He was in the car, he was making pranams. We wanted to pull up the sidewalk and crawl underneath. We were such characters that there's one character named Chitragupta. You know Chitragupta? He's the assistant of Yamaraj. Chitra, anybody knows the meaning of Chitra? Do you know? Snap. And Gupta means secret. So you thought, oh, nobody saw that. Chitragupta Gacha. Well, nobody saw that one. Chitragupta Gacha. Well, we crashed Chitragupta's hard drive. That's who we were. And Prabhupada was making pranams to such people. He was so obliged that in this horrible place we were pushing on Lord Chaitanya's Sankirtan. So that was my first vision of Srila Prabhupada, first time I met Srila Prabhupada. And whose little boy? Just like in a couple of weeks we're going to celebrate Jamashtami. So 5,000 years ago, when Bhagwan Vrindanandan Shamsundar appeared, his mother's name was Yasoda. So we call him Yasoda Nandan or Yasoda Dulala. Huh? So 500 years ago when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, his mother's name was Sachi Mata. So we call him Sachi Nandan or Sachi Dulala. The Sundara Lala Sachi Dulala Nachata Srihari Kirtan. So you all know the word Nata, huh? Nataraj. Lord Shiva, he's known as Nataraj. But this is very, very hard Sanskrit word, Nata. Just like I think in Russia, at least 15% of the girls named Natasha. So Nata means dance. You know the meaning of Asha?
Hope.
Hope. So Natasha means who's hoping to dance for Krishna. It's a very nice name.
That's so nice.
That's before, alright. Natasha means who's hoping to dance for Krishna. But this is a very hard Sanskrit word, Nata. Bharat Brishvasa is very sweet, soft language. So we say Nachata, dancing. Nachata Srihari Kirtan. Where he's dancing? In Hindi, instead of having prepositions, we have postpositions. Nachata Sri Hari Kirtan Me. We say he's dancing Sri Hari Kirtan in. Nachata Sri Hari Kirtan Me. Because in this dark age of Kali, this is the recommended process, chanting very loudly the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So little Nibai, he's always dancing like you see on altar. And he was very, very beautiful. Sundar, so beautiful. Especially when I see your Karuna Nitai Satchi
Gaurachandra.
Gaurachandra. Karuna Nitai Gaurachandra.
Yeah.
Their arms are so long immediately and so beautiful they look. Sundar. And golden. Gaur Sundar. Immediately comes to mind the first verse of Chaitanya Bhagavat. Now you all know Chaitanya Charitamrita, but there's another scripture by Vrindavan Das Thakur called Chaitanya Bhagavat that Krishnadas Kaviraj always refers to. I don't want to make this book bigger. You can consult with Chaitanya Bhagavat. The full flowery descriptions are there in Chaitanya Bhagavat. So first verse of Chaitanya Bhagavat says, Ajanalambita bhujo kanakavadato sankirtanai kapitaro kamalaya taksho vispambaro dvijavaro jugadharma palo bande jagatta priyakaro karuna avataro. So sweet verse. Ajanalambita bhujo. Lamba means long. In Hindi, lamba means long. And Janu means knee. Ajanu lambita bhujo, all the way up to the knee. You see the beautiful long arms of Nitai, Karuna Nitai and Gaurachandra. So beautiful long arms. Ajanu lambita bhujo. This is considered to be very auspicious symptom, very long arms. It's stretched beyond the knee. Ajanu lambita bhujo. Kanakavadato. Now, in Sanskrit, we not only have singular and plural, we also have dual. Just like most languages, they only have singular and plural. Because this is one book, but if I have two books, then we add a S. I don't know what you do in Dutch, but anyway, you add something, you get plural. But in Sanskrit, we talk about two things, then we have a special ending for the word also. So here it says Kanaka Vadato. If that word ends in an A, and we're talking about two of them, then it becomes AU, O. So we're talking about two lords. Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Kanaka Vadato, both of them, their luster, Dato means luster, is Kanaka. Kanaka means golden. Like anybody been to Ayodhya? You saw Kanik Bhavan? One place is there in Ayodhya called Kanik Bhavan, the Golden Palace. There you will see Goddess Sita and Lord Ram sitting position. Ordinarily we see standing, no? Okay. But there you can see him sitting, Kanik Bhavan. So Kanik means golden. So both of them we see, their beautiful lusters are golden in complexion. Kanaka Vadato. Sankirtanaika Pitaro. We don't say Pita, we say Pitaro. There's two. They're both the fathers of the Sankirtan movement. We know that other beautiful song is there. Esikadiya sabnadiya firchinichi gornitai. Esikadiya sabnadiya firchinichi gornitai. Radha Krishna bol 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 re sobai. Radha Krishna bol 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 re sobai. Radha Krishna bol 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 re sobai. The two of them were wandering all around the streets of Nadia, telling everybody, Radha Krishna bol, Hari Krishna bol. So Sankirtanaika Pitaro, they're the two of them. Pitaro, two of them are the fathers of the Sankirtan movement. Sankirtanaika Pitaro, Kamalaya Taksho. Now Kamala we just heard means lotus. And you may not know, Aksha means eye. Kamalaya Taksho. Both of them have beautiful lotus petal eyes. Shaped just like lotus petals. So beautiful. Kamalaya Taksho. Visvambaro. Both of them, Visvambara means the maintainer, sustainer of the universe. Both of them are sustainers. We don't say Visvambara. Visvambaro, both of them. Because we know that Lord Chaitanya, he's not different from Krishna himself. He's the maintainer of the whole universe. And Lord Nityananda, he's none other than Balaram, who's in his form as Ananta Shesh. He's maintaining all the universes on his hoods. So both of them are Vishvambar. Vishvambaro, Dvijabaro. Not Dvijabara, Dvijabaro. Both of them are the best of the Dvija. Just like in a couple of weeks, we're going to celebrate Janmastami. So Ja from Janmastami, birth, Janma. And Dvi means two. What do you say in Dutch?
Twee.
Huh?
Twee.
Twee. That sounds like three. Anyway, it's called Twee, Dvi, it's very close. So Dvi. Because everybody has got birth from mother and father, that is not a big deal. That dog, cat, bird, bee, everybody has got that birth. But when we accept initiation from the spiritual master, Dvija, then we become born a second time. That is very important birth. Because that birth can lead us to no more births. We get second initiation, second birth, that will lead to no more births in this material world. So that is most important. So we know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his father's name was?
Jagannath Mishra.
Jagannath Mishra. Those who've been to India know Mishra means Brahmin. And Nityananda Prabhu's father's name was? Harai Pandit. Also Brahmin. So both of them are Brahmins. Vijabaro. Best of the Brahmins. Two of them. Sankirtanai Kapitu Kamalaya Vishvambaro Dvijabaro Yuga Dharma Palo. Now we heard this word Pal before. Gopal. Palan means to maintain, to protect, to nourish, to encourage, like that. So these two avatars in Kali Yuga, in their previous avatar, they were Gopals. Gopal, taking care of cows, nourishing, protecting, encouraging cows. They were Gopals. But in this avatar, now they've become Yuga Dharma Pals. They're protecting, nourishing, encouraging, maintaining this Yuga Dharma of chanting the holy name. So before they were Gopals, now they became Yuga Dharma Palo, two of them. You don't say Yuga Dharma Pal, but Yuga Dharma Palo too. Bande Jagatta Priyakaro. Priyakaro means well-wishers. The two of them, just like Prabhupada always signed all his letter, you're ever a well-wisher. And here we have two well-wishers. They're so well-wisher of this world, they have made such a simple process for self-realization in this age of Kali, simply chanting this Hare Krishna mantra. It is so simple, they're so much well-wishers that even people don't want spiritual life, they're getting it anyway. Devotees go on Harinam. We were just hearing today about how our old friend Ram Roy, for one, I don't know, maybe 2 years now, he's continuing. Since he left Vrindavan, now he's in maybe Times Square, someplace. He's doing kirtan every day for 6-7 hours like that. I remember we had one, we had already told about Vishnujan. He came at Maharaj and he had a big bus. He said that bus was like a big fish that swam around this material world. And it would stop in some city, and from the belly of the fish would unfold a festival. Because all the luggage racks were in the belly of the bus, right? So from his belly, the stage would fold right out of the belly, and all the instruments and all the devotees, they sit and do. So we were in one city doing Harinam, doing the festival. And one businessman, he came up to me and said, every day you guys are here going Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And I go home at night and I try to go to sleep, the only thing coming in my head, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. He was complaining, but I was envious. I wish when I went to bed at night, the Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna would go in my head. So even people don't want spiritual life. These two lords are so merciful, they're giving it to them anyway. So Bande Jagatta Priya Karo Karuna Avataro. not avatar, but we're talking about two avataro, and they're avatars of Karuna. We have our Karuna Nitaya. Karuna means compassion. They're the most compassionate upon the fallen souls. So this is very, just as soon as I saw these beautiful deities, immediately this verse came to my mind, because they're so beautiful. And Nimai is so beautiful. Sundaralala. Ajana Lambita Bhujo Kanaka Vadato Sankirtanai Kapitaro Kamalaya Taksho Nispambaro Bijabaro Juga Dharma Palo Jangatta Priya Karo Karuna Avataro. If you want to memorize some verse, this is it. A very beautiful verse. So once we get mercy of Guru and Vaishnava, and we get mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, then we can go to Vrindavan. So we have very beautiful song. Next one, alright. You printed it out perfectly, huh? Next one. This is also in Brijvasa language, very sweet. But it just pulls our heart straight to Braj. Tirade Brajajana Manna Sukhakari Radhe Jama Jama Jam Tirade Monokuta Makara Grita Kundala Gale Vajanti Mala Monokuta Makara Grita Kundala Gale Vajanti Mala Chalananda Pura Rasa Sama Radhe Shama 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 Chalananda Pura Rasa Kamaladala Bhojana Bhangi Chitravana Hari Sundaravana Kamaladala Bhojana Bhangi Chitravana Hari Mohana Bhangi Vihari Radhe Jama 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 Mohana Bhangi So I was thinking today we'll go to Nandagram. Because about 35 kilometers away from our Krishna Balaram temple is a place called Nandagram, where Nanda Maharaj lived with his little son, Lord Krishna. We know Krishna was first born in Gokul. Then after some time they moved to Nandagram. So he spent most of his life there in Nandagram. And although Braj is very flat, there's a big hill there. And there's a reason why there's a hill there. It's because many thousands of years ago, Lord Shiva began to perform great penances and austerities in that place. Very, very difficult austerities. Finally Krishna appeared and he asked, what is it that you desire? He said, I know that at the end of Dwapar Yuga, here in Braj, you will perform your leelas. I want to take darshan of those leelas, so if I could become a stone, then he thought, oh, that's too much to ask. If I could become some dust here in this place, then I can see all those leelas. And Lord said, why stone or dust? You become a hill. And my Baba will build his palace on top of your hill and you'll see all the leelas. So this hill is known as Nandishwar Parvat. Or sometimes we say Nandeshwar Parvat. Nandishwar Parvat. It is incarnation of Lord Shiva. And in Bhakti Ratnakar, not Bhakti, and there's one fellow named Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. We mentioned him earlier today. He wrote a very good, beautiful book called Brajriti Chintamani, which describes the whole of Vrindavan. And when he comes to Nandagam, then he says, Tat Shirabhutam Aparashobham Nandi Saram Sadhugana Vedanti Nandi Saram Yam Tadiri Rupam Sri Nanda Rajalaya Rajamanam. So he's been describing Vrindavan. When he says Tat, he's referring back to that Vrindavan. Of that Vrindavan, Tat Tat Shirabhutam. Shirabhutam means the crown jewel. Apara Shobham, whose splendor is unlimitedly expanding splendor. Apara Shobham. Tatat Shirabhutam Apara Shobham Nandiswaram Sadhu Gana Vadantis. Nandishwar Parvat is the crown of Braj. Actually, previously, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he's described Govardhan, in another song, he describes Govardhan as the tilak of Braj. Nava Nava Tilakam. This Govardhan hill is a big tilak mark on the Braj. And the crown is this Nandiswar Parvat. And not that Vishwanath Chakravarti alone is saying this, Sadhugana Vadanti, just like you're all Bhaktagan. Huh? So Sadhugan, all the sadhus, Vadanti, they're telling that this is the crown of Braj. Everyone is telling. Nandishwaram Yam Tadiri, it is the self-same form of Nandishwar Mahadev, it's the incarnation of Lord Shiva. Sri Nanda Rajalaya Rajamanam. And here we have a word called Rajalaya. Now if you live in India for a while, you've probably heard the word Karyalaya. Karyalaya, Karya means work, so Karyalaya, the place where work goes on. What is that? Office. Here's the word is Rajalaya. Can you understand? The place of the king, palace. Sri Nanda Rajalaya Rajamanam. Nanda Maharaj ka mahal wahan birajmane. Nanda Maharaj's palace is resting on top of this hill. So beautiful description of this Nandeshwar Parvat. And Chaitanya Charitamrita also mentions that Lord Chaitanya came there to Nandagam. And when he got there, he asked the villagers, are there any deities here in this place? And the villagers, yes, on top of this hill there's a cave. Inside that cave there's a very tall, strong man. Next to him is a little dainty lady, and in between, Tribangala lit, a little cover boy. So Mahaprabhu, he climbed the hill and he entered that cave and he saw this big, tall Nanda Baba with a big yellow turban on top of his head. And little dainty Nadi Yasoda in between, Tribangala lit, a little cover boy, bent in three ways, Tribangala lit. Perhaps you have seen the picture in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Actually, I posed for that picture. I was temple president of Portland, Oregon, in northwest corner of America. And I came down to LA, and Jadharani ran out to the street and said, "Hey you, come here." So I posed for many pictures. So that picture of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the cave, he's touching, caressing the body of Gopal, that's me. Many pictures in that area. That was my service in the great Chaitanya Charitamrita Marathon. Somebody said, "Hey, he's temple president, what are you doing?" And Jadharani said, "Oh, sorry, Prabhu." I said, "No, I'm very happy to be part of this Prabhupada Chaitanya Charitamrita Marathon." That was my little service. So nowadays when you visit Nandagam, on top of the hill you will see a big tall Nanda Baba with a big yellow puggy turban on his head. And little dainty Mother Yasoda on the other side. And in between, now you see both Krishna and Balaram. Both Krishna and Balaram are there. But, how many people have been to Nandagam? You couldn't tell who was Krishna and who was Balaram. They're both exactly the same. But I'll give you the hint. The Kanhaiya, he has too much love for Maya Yasoda, so he's on Yasoda's side. And Baldao, he has too much love for Nanda Baba, so he's on Baba's side. Otherwise, they both look exactly the same mukut, same dress, same dhoti, same kurta, same necklace, both have same flute, everything same to same. Same ankle bell, same armlets, everything same to same, you can't tell who's the difference. But if you ask, the Prishpalis will tell you there's a reason why it's like that. One is that very soon is the Balaram Purnima, the full moon of the month of Shravan. It means Shravan Purnima means full. Shravan month is finished, full moon. So that Shravan Purnima is birth of Baldao. We'll celebrate Balaram's appearance day. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati has written very clearly that the word Jayanti only refers to the astrological configuration that was there at the time of Krishna's birth. So sometimes we call Krishna's birthday Krishna Jayanti. But people have stolen this, they use it for everything. Balaram Jayanti, Nishring Jayanti, Gandhi Jayanti, Nehru Jayanti, it's become a Jayanti for everybody. But we cannot say Balaram Jayanti, because only Jayanti refers to that configuration with Rohini Nakshatra on a Wednesday that was there when Krishna was born. It's only for that. It's Balaram's appearance day, or Balaram Purnima. So then next month is Bhadra. On the 8th day, Krishna, the dark half, Krishna Astami day, then Kanhaiya was born. So there's only 8 days difference between them. So they're almost like twins. And I'll bet that here in Holland, in Holy Land, that sometimes when people have twins, they dress them both the same, is it?
Yeah.
They do that here also?
Yeah.
So that's one reason why Krishna and Balaram are dressed exactly the same. Other reason is that Baldao, he's the older brother, he feels it's his duty to protect his Kanhaiya, his younger brother. So he takes chandan and he burns it, and with the black, he smears it all over his limbs. And then he puts same mukut, same necklace, same kurta, same dhoti, same flute, same jewelry, everything same to same ankle belt, just like Kanhaiya. And then the Rakshasas, they cannot tell who's Kanhaiya and who's Baldao. Other reason. Other reason is that Mother Yasoda and Mother Rohini, they're very, very, very clever. Those who were already mothers, you will recognize the cleverness of Mother Rohini and Yasoda. Those of you going to be mothers someday, you can learn something from Mother Yasoda and Mother Rohini. And those of you who not got married yet, I give you blessing. You will get wife just as clever as Mother Yasoda and Mother Rohini. They know that if they dress them differently, then they'll just fight. No, I want Kanhaiya's mukut. No, I want his kurta. No, I want his dhoti. I want his ankle belt. I want his necklace. I want his crown. I want his flute. They'll just fight one another. So Mother Yasoda and Mother Rohini, they're very clever. They dress them exactly the same and they don't fight. So therefore, this is the darshan that you will see there in Nandagam. So there Krishna used to perform so many wonderful pastimes. And we just heard, oh, our godbrother has come. Very good, very good to see. Come, Prabhuji. Aye.
Thanks.
You're blessed, one disciple of Prabhupada has come. But I thought you were in France. Lord Shiva. So after Nanda Baba, we'll tell the whole story, how he was there in Gokul. And they had a meeting and they decided that Gokul is not safe. This Putana came, this Trinarvata came, the cart fell down, Krishna was saved. Somehow these trees fell down, Krishna was saved, we should move from here. So, all the Brishbasis agreed, so they packed everything up in their Nishan vans. On bullock carts. We didn't have all these nonsense things, polluting the air. No, we had bullock carts. They packed all their belongings on the bullock carts, they put all the women and children on the bullock carts, and all the men were walking around with their bows and arrows. And all around was thousands and thousands. Nanda Baba has 9 lakhs of cows. Victor knows the meaning of 1 lakh? You can learn lots of things today, Victor. Lakh means 100,000. So 9 lakhs means almost 1 megabyte. So all those cows looked like ocean of milk going along. And where they were going over the hills, it looked like the waves in the ocean of milk. And all the bullock carts had beautiful embroidered canopies, nice sparkly jari work on the canopies, and little laces of pearls, and silken flags of all pastel colors with silver and gold trims blowing in the wind. It looked like a celestial river was coming down to meet the Jamuna, because they were going to cross over from Gokul to Vrindavan. And Krishna and Balaram were sitting on the laps of Mother Rohini and Yasoda, and they were asking too many questions. Because the little boys, they ask too many questions. See, all the mothers are laughing, so they know. Are Maya, what kind of tree is this? What leaf has got a tail, Maya? What kind of tree is this? What leaf has got a tail? Ye kain ki peड़ है Maya, जिसके पत्ते की पूंछ है Maya? Ye kain ki peड़ है जिसके पत्ते की पूंछ है? So Mother Yasoda, she looked and she said, oh Lala, this is people tree. Those who've been to Vrindavan, you saw in front of Prabhupada's Samadhi, big huge tree is there. His leaf is shaped just like a heart and comes down to a little poonch, little tail. This is called people. Then they went a little further. He said, oh Maya, what kind of tree is this what's got a beard? What kind of tree is this what's got a beard? Ye kain ki peड़ jiski dari hai Maya? Ye kain ki peड़ jiski dari hai Maya? And Mother Yasoda looks at Lala, this is banyan tree. You've seen banyan tree, huh? Maybe picture if you haven't seen it. With big roots hanging down, just like beard. Actually we call bhat or bargat. In Sanskrit we say bargat, in Hindi we say bhat. So how would God call banyan tree, do you know? When the British and the Portuguese were ruling India, they saw that all the merchants used to set up their shop under the banyan trees. They're very big and shady, because we know the sun is very hot there. Now in ISKCON, we all know the mercantile class of person is called Vaishya, right? Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Sudras, Vaishyas. But in India, we call the mercantile class Baniya. The mercantile class is called Baniya. So all the Baniyas, they set up their shop under that tree, so the British and the Portuguese used to call it the Baniya tree. And gradually became known as banyan tree. So Mother Yasoda looks at Lala, this is banyan tree. Then he heard some sound. Oh Maya, what's that sound? What's that sound, Maya? Mother Yasoda said, Lala, that's the peacock. And the peacock is calling, Keka! Keka! K Radha, Ka Krishna. Peacock is calling Radha Krishna, Radha Krishna. But other Brishbasis have told me that the peacock is calling, Megao! Megao! Maybe you've heard the word Meg before. In Ramayana there's one fellow named Meghanath. Meg means cloud. And we know Ao means come. So it's summertime, and you think it gets up to 25, 28 degrees, you've got to go, oh, it's so hot. There it's 45 degrees. Or last week you said it was 40, yeah? 37. We get up to 47. So all the peacocks are crying, it's so hot. Meow! Meow! Come cloud, meow!